Today we're going to work on a clock spring and an airbag. So safety first. We disconnected the battery last night. When I can, I disconnect that overnight because the last thing in the world I want happening is this airbag to pop off while I'm disconnecting things and I have my arm through the steering wheel. That could be ugly. See how it's not straight, and that seems to be exaggerated sometimes on the road. So we're going to take care of that. And the first step in doing that, of course we had to do it before unplugging the battery. We set a marker in front of us and drove straight into it, and this is where we're at. So now we're going to get the airbag out of there with the battery disconnected, remember? That's important. Behind the steering wheel, there are two holes with a T30 bit, or a T30 head on those bolt holes in there. They're not, usually you don't need much of a wrench there. You can just pull them out finger tight or a little bit snug maybe. Getting them both out without turning the steering wheel is kind of important. It can be a little bit challenging with the key in the way there and that wiper arm. They are captive screws, so they won't fall out of the steering wheel here. They won't come out. Once they're loose, the airbag should lift off. Go. Right, so this yellow connector here, it's yellow for a reason. Remind you, the battery needs to be disconnected when you unplug that, or things are going to go poof. It's been disconnected overnight, so we're good to disconnect. And there we go. Just pull straight out. There's a little clip right here to push in on, so that slides off better. It's only on the black one. The yellow, oh wait, no, the yellow one does have it too. It's just a little bit different. Teeny tiny little push pin right there. H10, okay. I don't think that's 10 millimeter, but it looks close. And that should be really tight. All right, pull these two together, maybe I'll have better luck. Because this thing is tight. Ah, good grief, man. All right, she's loose now. Oh, that shouldn't be that tight. But as we could see, whoever tightened it last was trying to line up those red dots and couldn't get it there. That shouldn't come apart like that. The clock spring is missing a whole lot of parts. Junk. Clock spring has two screws. Usually they're hard to get to because the other piece of the clock spring is in the way. But now they're easy access. They are Phillips bit. Yep, they're Phillips bit. All right. This should be screwed on, but it's obviously not. Two screws in the top are usually Phillips bit in there. Sometimes old T27s. All right, we're going to take the fuse box out. I guess so, yeah. Might not need to take the bottom loose. Let's find out. If we just take the top off here. Oh, the bottom's already missing parts. There should have been a nut there to hold that on. Oh. Oh my, somebody's done bad things down here, George. Down here, there should have been a 10mm nut holding this up. So we're gonna pull that off now. Oops, wrong way. Just some of the joys of working on 16-year-old vehicles. They're all screwed up. Okay, well, that nut's supposed to be tight to keep this from happening. And it wasn't tight. It was driven on there backwards. So I imagine they were having all kinds of electrical issues. Yeah, let's see what's next here. This screw up top. And well, we know that's factory, right? Grief, man. Oh my God. I'm really scared now. But this is what we're going after. Which goes down to here. And here. But that doesn't seem familiar at all. Gonna have to get in there with a cutter. Make sure we're not cutting any wires. Clock spring is out. Clock spring is broken. This is the strip screw. The nut that it goes into is just spinning in there. What a mess. Okay, so I'm ready to put this back in. Line that up so that these two holes line up with these two screws. Those two screws, where do they line up? A bit confused now. Oh, this is broken. Okay, this one should screw into down here, and it's just gone. So that should route around like this and like that, and go back into here where it was before. Which way is right? The little dingle here is offset centered. So that connects one way. And this will only connect one way, little dingle up top. And we can tie wrap that back in there if we want. So these wires go through the top hole. Like so. There we go. We want to line that up perfectly straight. Top and bottom. Ta-da. Let's see, the yellow one. Doesn't really matter which one goes where. This is just the horn button. As long as it connects the two wires, when you push it down, pull this up, connect it back to the airbag. Right there. And back to the T30s on the back side here. Airbag back in, clock spring replaced. We'll clear the codes with the AP200 and hopefully the SRS light will not come back.